Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, good morning everyone. Thank you for your attention for today. The Honorable my lecturer Professor Dr. Shafrizal SPD MPD and all the audiences here today. First of all, I want to say thank you for the opportunity that given to me to present my research proposal today. My name is Kalisa Jihan Mahira, and in this seminar, I'm going to present my research proposal entitled The Effectiveness of Flipped Classroom and Traditional Methods in Improving Students' Speaking Fluency at the 11th grade of SMA N99 Jakarta. Okay, let's begin with the background of the study. So here is the challenge of speaking fluency. The first one is there are essential indicators that speaking fluency is crucial for TFL proficiency, yet many Indonesian students struggle to significantly with it. And then the knowledge gap. Despite adequate grammatical knowledge, students frequently hesitate, pause, and face communication breakdown. Also, teacher-centered limits in traditional methods are highly teacher-centered, severely limiting opportunities for spontaneous practice. And then there is the passive learning environment. Passive learning here restricts the development of the authoritative process required for fluid speech. So, the main problem here is that the instruction in many classrooms remains predominantly traditional and teacher-centered. This means students spend most of their time to listening to lectures, leaving minimal time for active, communicative, and speaking practice. So, this case creates an opportunity for a different approach. The flipped classroom method reorganizes the learning sequence by moving content delivery outside the class, thereby reallocating valuable class time toward meaningful interaction. However, its specific effect on speaking fluency in the Indonesian senior high school context is still under study. Okay, moving on to the research focus. Because of the limited speaking fluency at SMA N99 Jakarta and the dominance of traditional methods, this study aims to fill the gap, as no comparative study exists for these two methods at this specific school. So therefore, this study is driven by four main research questions. The first one is there a significant difference in speaking fluency between the students taught using the flipped classroom and those taught using a traditional method? The second one is, does the flipped classroom significantly improve student speaking fluency? The third one is, does the traditional method significantly improve student speaking fluency? And the last one is, what are student perceptions toward the implementation of the flipped classroom? So, there is the flipped classroom solution. The first one is outside the classroom. Initial content delivery is relocated out of the classroom. Students will independently engage with video recordings, digital materials, and readings at their own pace, building essential linguistic readiness before class begins. And then inside the classroom, class time is entirely reclaimed for active, student-centered, and then it will be student-centered applied. Activities prioritize interactive, communicative tasks like panel discussion, role play, debate, and oral presentation to maximize actual speaking practice. Okay, next we move on to the research methodology, a structural investigation into the impact of flipped instructional models. Okay, there are participants to group and instruments. I use 50,000 grade students from SMA N99 Jakarta, chosen via purposive sampling to guarantee comparable baseline learning characteristics, and then they will be divided into two groups, into two experimental group, two flipped classroom, and a control group as a traditional teaching method will be evaluated over 6 meetings. And then the data was rigorously collected using a performance-based speaking screening test assessed with an analytic rubric and a 10-item Likert scale questionnaire. Okay. While previous studies have shown the benefits of the flipped classroom, most of them focus on higher education or non-Indonesian settings. Comparative research, specifically measuring its effect on speaking fluency in Indonesian senior high school, remains limited. This is the research gap my study will address. So, while both groups demonstrated improvement in post-test assessments, the experimental or flipped group achieved a substantially larger gain in speaking fluency. By contrast, the control group recorded a mean improvement of 60.28 points. Okay, next. This is the data from pre-test versus post-test fluency scores. Flip post-test and traditional post-test, flip pre-test and traditional pre-test. After collecting the data, through pre-test and post-test, the data will be analyzed using several statistical procedures. First, I will conduct a normality test using the Shapiro-Wilk test to ensure the data is normally distributed. Then, to assess the improvement within each group from pre-test to post-test, I will use the paired sample t-test. To compare the post-test scores between the experimental and control groups, I will use the independent sample t-test. And additionally, if needed, the pre-test scores show no equivalence between the groups, and ANCOVA will be applied to adjust for those baseline differences. Okay, next. Overall questionnaire mean was 3.68 degree, showing generally positive attitudes toward the new learning model. It can increase confidence. Students rated the helpfulness of pre-class materials, their subsequent speaking confidence, maximum practice. Participants actively recognized they had far more opportunities to practice speaking compared to other classes. And the last one is the role shift. Students were neutral regarding an immediate local preference over traditional classes, suggesting a need for transitional pace. Okay, why does the flip model work? It can shifting passive content reception outside the classroom, preserves invaluable in-class time execute exclusively for authentic skill application. It can review materials independently, allow students to process language at their own pace, reducing cognitive burden during high-pressure speaking tests. And also, through speaking fluency requires the automation of lexical and articulatory process, which is uniquely achieved through frequent, spontaneous oral practice. And the last one is students arrive at the lesson equipped with the necessary vocabulary and discourse structures, enabling immediate and productive engagement. Okay, we move on to the conclusion and discussion. So the core of the core is the flipped classroom method is significantly more effective than traditional teaching method for improving high school students' speaking fluency. Finally, the study is expected to provide both theoretical and practical contribution. Theoretically, it contributes empirical evidence to the research on constructivist approaches in EFL instruction, specifically whether the flipped classroom supports creative speaking, speaking fluency development than traditional methods in Indonesian high school. And for practically, it offers more valuable insights into student perceptions, which can help teachers and policymakers make informed instructional decisions. That brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for your time and kind attention. I will come to any questions, feedback, and suggestions. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.